So watch this. Here comes the fun. Let's take the range off of this. We get to taunt the defenses and to taunt all the ones that get grappled across. Immediately, we are in the middle of all that junk. And we can taunt freely, because we're not even being shocked at all. Hi guys, it's ShishkaBarber1 coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. Today's video, guys, we're talking about the Fire and Ice. Yes, that's right. We have unlocked Cryoneers. Well, we've already unlocked them. We've maxed them, in fact. And it's because the hits were getting nastier. We kind of alluded to it in the last video. Also, let's do a real quick review of the tech tree. I realized I kind of skipped over that last time. Oops. It's kind of fundamental when you do Warships videos to always show your tech tree. So here you go. As you can see, we got rank 1 Sparky, rank 1 Mechs. We don't really use either of them. Rank 1 Smokes. Everything else is max that we're going through. Max Grenadiers. You know, the Grenadiers, people were asking me about that. That was because I started at rank 1, and in the initial meta, I was going Mech Gren. It worked for me, but yeah, long term, not so much. We got the Medics rank 1. We haven't really seen a lot of action with them this season, although they are still useful. I've seen other players using them, but we only unlocked the Medics, of course, to get to Bullet. We were running Bullet because we had the Warriors, you know. We only got Bombardiers late in the game here at 6 ER. We pretty much did Warriors and Rocket Choppers all the way through. Yeah, so we've done a little recalculation too. And I guess, well, OP did a stream yesterday and the chat helped guide him to this decision, and I think it's the correct one, and I'm going to do the same. I was talking about in my last video that I'm going to stay Dirty 6, and that was the plan because I realized I didn't have enough keys to get the heavies and like get barrage and artillery and all that stuff. So we've done a little bit of compromising though. I already have artillery. We've unlocked it. As it turns out, I can still go to 7 ER, get the building health and all that good stuff. I just can't get the heavies. But as we've been seeing, rank 1 heavies with heavy choppers still work. They work well enough at least. It's probably the difference between bringing 4 heavy choppers on a hit versus like 2 or 3. Okay, so you are losing some in DPS by going that route, but by going this route, it means we get to see 7 ER and keep playing. So we're going to do that. We are going 7 ER. So I know in the last video I was like, hey, we're going to stay Dirty 6, but then today, oh my gosh, we're going 7. It changes that quickly. You know, I mean, I might have designed this tree, but I certainly don't know the best path, and there's always been a lot of tough decisions to make. I feel like I'm good with artillery, though. Like, artillery is good enough. It helps me clear mines. I don't need barrage. And yeah. Oh, also, so one of the things that was important to make this happen was we hit rank 23. I was alluding to the fact that we'd probably do it in yesterday's video, and sure enough, we did. Rank 23 was essential for me to go to 7 ER. I couldn't do any of this without that particular rank chest. So that was great. And we had a nice little streak going there, moving into it. Now, I want to showcase some of these hits. I wanted to go a couple of replays because I think they're good. Hopefully you do too. And then we'll get into a couple of live hits. I'm just chest collecting, so it doesn't really matter. But first of all, let's take a look at this one right here. This was a little bit of a different base. Actually, that's not the one I wanted to look at. I forgot where all my hits are. I think it's this guy. Sorry about that. Yeah, here we go. So as you notice, we've got a grappler back here. And, you know, grapplers can be trouble if you don't take care of them properly. Now, the good news is there's no shock blaster, okay? And because he's got he went for the damage amp. All right, now he's got both of his shock launchers right here. Now, unfortunately, with the way the UI is of the, I don't know what it is, the sky shields or the deck or whatever, it's very hard to see the safe zones of the shock launchers. Like very hard. So I just kind of know that there's an overlapping area between them. So the key is, in fact, do I have my little palette thing? Can we use this? Does this work? Okay, how does this work? Okay, so I moved the screen. Here we go. So the point is, I know there's a dead zone somewhere like right in this little area. So the trick is, how do we get Bullet in there, right? Because the grappler's going to grab him in a straight line. So we need, let's close that, zoom out. We need to get Bullet moving in a straight line. Oops, wrong button. So basically, if we want Bullet to go like here, then the grappler needs to pull him there, which means looking at the grappler range, it's roughly about here. I don't have the grappler highlighted. Of course I don't. Let's do that one more time. It's kind of important. I know this is a lot of fidgeting junk, but you see the grappler range. You know that we're trying to go right... Whoops. We're trying to go right here. And the point is I need to get Bullet right here. All right. So I need to drop a flare that's going to get him there. In order to do that, I've got to consider the two defenses that are close to that point, and there's going to be a flamethrower and a sniper tower. So I think I end up throwing the flare roughly in this location, and it just works out. I wanted to give you a little bit of the geometry behind what actually makes this hit work instead of just just showing you the hit. All right, so let's just get into it. And we'll start off single time. We'll keep the grappler going. I just want you to see where all that junk is. Yeah, see, there's the flare. And again, it's all about that geometry I just explained. Like, this is what I was thinking when I'm planning to hit. Now, we did bullet and, I think, 2 boats of bombardiers. And then we kind of delayed the Scorcher. And we got cryos coming in behind. So watch this. Here comes the fun. Let's take the range off of this. We get to taunt the defenses and to taunt all the ones that get grappled across. Immediately, we are in the middle of all that junk. And we can taunt freely because we're not even being shocked at all. Notice the cryos are coming up. We've also been clearing some mines. We're doing a left ramp drop as well with 1 Scorcher, 1 Bombardier on the left. But look at the cryos, ladies and gentlemen. They are giving us great value. We've only got 1 Scorcher and a boat of cryos taking this entire front line while Bullet taunts the back. And they mow it down. They get it done. We can double time it though. And we're just cycling taunt the whole time. Now it starts to get a little expensive, but not really. Taunt's pretty cheap. But the longer the hit takes, the more expensive it gets. So I think near the end we do let it fall off once as we're waiting for more GBE on an engine room, but it's not really a big deal. And I mean, just look at all the health Bullet has. I mean, he just took all of that. Of course, he was taunting the whole time too. But pretty much just mop it up from here. Shot, flare. Should have been a flare. Oh, the guy already fizzled, and I knew that, so I didn't care. And that was that hit. So that was a taunt hit with the fire and ice. Now let's see this next one. This was more of a standard base, and we've got the shock blaster in the back. We can shock it, so we always want to keep an eye on that. And yeah, let's just jump into it. So here we're going Bullet, 2 Bombardiers. We're kind of getting a Scorcher and Bombardier out on the right to take care of those little flanky sniper towers. And we're going to sneak a Bombardier up the left side of the ramp, up that lip. Cryos are doing their thing. We're keeping the shock shocked and the Doom Cannon shocked. That was really what that shock was more for, because the Doom Cannon was doing work to our Scorcher. And you can see, though, the cryos are really keeping stuff slowed. Even though they are overriding the debuffs of the Scorcher and vice versa, the stuff in the back is still staying cryoed. And the cryos themselves, I'll show you the player information card. They have roughly a little over 3,000 health once they're fully maxed. So, if anything, I liked maxing them just for the health alone. The cryo beam extension is, well, the icing on the cake. And the pun was intended. Anyway, we finished that base off. So here's the point. Cryo, look at all that health. 1280 plus 1920. What does that put us to, ladies and gentlemen? That's 3,200 health. So they're looking pretty good, and we will use them on compact bases only. We don't use them on bases that aren't compact. Anyway, let's just jump into a live hit, shall we? Probably gonna mess up the win streak. Probably gonna hit a 70R. We'll probably drop out of 23, but that's okay because we're just farming. We're just collecting, and we're biding our time now to go to 70R. But we still make some more videos for you too in the process. Yeah, this is going to be a 70R. Look how long the queue is. Or maybe nothing at all. Maybe this is just a bad time to make a video. Oh, here we go. 22, 6CR. Okay, we don't need a cryo on this hit, like I was just telling you guys, because it's not a compact. Make sure we've got shock knuckles. Yes, we do. Okay. Now, how are we going to take it? This one's a little different. I think I want to seek. So I want to come up from the right and just kind of naturally move around. Oh, there's a stupid grappler. Oh, there's a stupid grappler, ladies and gentlemen. Well, okay, take that back. We're not seeking. We use taunt. And where's the shock blaster? Thank goodness it's not in the range of the grappler. Okay, so the key is Bullet needs to get grappled. We can do that. We can do that. Okay, he needs to get grappled before the Scorchers. Alrighty, let's just drop 1 Scorcher. 1, 2. Let's get Bullet up here. Let's go 2 Bombardiers also, because we need to plow through that stuff. Artillery for the mines. Yes, we have artillery. It's so awesome. It's rank 4. It does a little bit of damage, about 4k. We use critters on these that will maybe distract the grappler a little bit until the critters are dead, but that's alright. We do need a med kit on those bombardiers. Let's get another Scorcher going up to help that out. Just waiting for Bullet to get grappled. Bombardier on the right ramp. Probably a little too early, but I just want to get things moving. Taunt. Critter on that junk. We just need to cycle taunt. Taunting. That critter was way late. I didn't think the Bombardier was going to turn that quick. Taunting again. Definitely need to shock the Shock Blaster, doing some work down here. Taunting. Cycling Shock down south. Cycling Taunt. Medkit for our Bombardiers behind the Scorchers. Cycling Taunt. How's that Shock Blaster doing? It's going down. Cycling Taunt. Need to get that Shock Launcher and Rocket Launcher down, then we can regroup. Let's go ahead and get some critters moving out. Cycle Taunt. Okay, that junk is down. Reflare right on that Shock Mine. We can't cycle a Taunt. Let's put a med kit down, because we are going to need some rockets on this Reflare. Alright, we're just trying to get through the base, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take out these mines. Don't want Bombardiers to hit those. Padding's going to be a little wonky. We still have an ER to take out down here. What do I want to do? Shock this junk up top. Just flare bullet to the rocket launcher. I just want to get some taunt value going here. Come on, take the Sky Shield. Please take it. Flaring. Artillery, artillery, artillery. Come on. Get it done. Get it done. And boom. Just like that with a minute 19. You know, I mean, it's rough. We got through it. I think we beat the guy. Oh, we did. We did. And boom. Just like that. We retain our 23. And we move a little higher on a win streak. Oops, I didn't see the stars on that. Well, we're now at 21 stars, so I'm not sure where I was before. And we got our chest, so that's beautiful. Really, it's all we need to do for the hit, so it's going to be the one live hit, unfortunately. But that gets us that much closer to 70R, so I'm really looking forward to it. Last thing I want to address, I was reading some comments, or a comment from the last video, talking about how they this player had parked their ships after they saw the fizzle meta of 5ER and they just wanted to stay in 4ER. And, you know, I'm sorry, that sucks. I wasn't wanting to scare anybody away, and I'll admit, the 5ER meta got a little bit rougher than I thought it would be. Like, when I was looking at this tree in the original design concept, I wanted it to just kind of like start easy and get harder at the end. But we kind of had some bumps in the process, so I understand where you're coming from. And, you know, hey, at least we've got a change here. I think by and large, this season's been a lot of fun for a lot of people. I've certainly been enjoying it. That's why I'm doing all these videos and things again, because these hits are fun. They're challenging, you know. But they might be a little too hard for other players, too. I get that. But, oh my God, we're so sick and tired of base racing, like some of us, a lot of us. So I think we needed this. And where it goes from here, I don't know. But, yeah, maybe dial it back a little bit, you know. I understand it. I feel your pain, buddy. I definitely do. But with that, I think we'll wrap it up. Hope you guys have a super fantastic, awesome rest of your day. And remember, like always, be kind to others, because if you're not, you're just being mean, and mean people suck. Take care.